maybe mama regrets keeping kids away from father.
That guy that you want, so all of you ladies, ideal man, what do you think that he wants in you?
I think being like independent and like even if they was to have it, for you to have it on your own without them.
Do you really think a guy cares about a woman being independent?
I mean, not that they care. I mean, like, have to care. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like,
I think a man does respect a woman that is independent. I feel like a woman who is independent can ask for things, can demand things, has more self-worth in a way, you know? And I think guys do like that more. They like when a woman can handle herself.
Think about, like, men, we don't run around calling ourselves independent. Get what I'm saying? Like, you've never heard a man say, yeah, I'm an independent man.
I mean, true. I would not go around and say I'm an independent woman. Like, that's just boosting and bragging about something that is just the norm. It has nothing to do with it.
So look, the reason why you don't hear it,
It's
because
not your
usually
character.
when women call themselves independent, they're usually independent of a man. Your income doesn't make you sexier. If you making money, good for you. You get what I'm saying? It isn't like on our list of things that a man looks for, because attraction isn't symmetrical. It's asymmetrical, meaning that you find ambition, him being a leader, him being a go-getter, you find that attractive. But the man doesn't find that attractive. It doesn't make our dick harder if you have a good job.
Listen, the reality is that a man...
Really? It doesn't at all? Does it make you at least like prouder to have a woman who is successful next to you? I don't know.
will respect the woman who has a job and earns her own money, but that is not going to make her more attractive. And here's the thing that really make men and women pretty much very similar, if not the same. The thing that...
What does it... Now, if that doesn't make a woman attractive, a woman having a career, being a boss woman, if that is not attractive for men, if they don't see that as attractive, what is really then attractive for men?
Men and women are attracted to are pretty much the things that they can benefit from. So for women, they benefit from being with a man who can provide financial security, who is going to be able to protect and be able to take care of them. Those are the things that can make a man more attractive to a woman because of what she sees in him and his ability to be able to take care of her. And the same can pretty much be said for a man. A woman who is nurturing, feminine, cooks, has shown attributes that she knows how to take care of a home. These are things that can make an average looking...
All women can do that. Okay, almost all women can do that. That's simple. Like, okay, it's hard. No, doing all of that, being a woman who like raises kids and cleans in the house and cooks, and that's all she does, that is hella hard. But it's also not that satisfactory for, let's say, a modern woman or a woman in this age and this time. It could be. There are people who have that and they are satisfied with only having that, but there's also a lot of women who need more. I don't know. Like, I feel like a guy who would get that in his life, and if a woman does all of that, after sometimes it gets boring. Like, he will see that initially as something that is good. But then forward in time, there should be more effort from both sides.
Woman even more attractive because in that woman, a man sees someone who he can build the future with and who is worth him investing his resources and time into. And the reality is the women who understand this and get it, they have a far better opportunity at getting the men that they want because really they understand what those men are looking for.
My biggest regret being a better baby mama was in 2021. My younger kid's dad, he was dating somebody and he wasn't telling me about it, and he was being a really crappy dad. But I was making it really difficult because he wasn't telling me that he was with this girl and they were making a life together. They bought a house together. They were living together. They were living together at his mom's house.
That actually sounds really tough. That is such a tough... If she cares about the guy and he found another and she has a baby with him, that's a hard life.
And all this stuff, right? But nobody was telling me. She didn't tell me. He didn't tell me. And like there was like a lack of respect for me. But in reality, it really wasn't my business because I mean, if they were together or not, we weren't together. Yes, we were still married, but they really didn't owe me an explanation, more of a just of a respect of letting me know what was going on, right? let's get back to the story. So because he wasn't telling me and because they were doing everything behind my back, I was hella mad. And I was like, I'm gonna make it difficult for you. So I was like, you need to do this, you need to do that. I don't trust her. I don't want her around my kids. Blah, 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 blah. My biggest regret is I should have been like, pick up these kids. You could have them the whole weekend. I shouldn't have been so controlling because I would have had more time to myself and I would have been, I wouldn't have been so depressed for so long. So
Exactly. So by you literally trying to prank him or trying to make his life more difficult, you made your life more difficult. You know, by having to raise a child all by yourself. I do understand the aspect of her not trusting the other woman, but he is the father, and when the kids are with him, you should be able at least to trust the kids to the dad.
Advice to you is if you're going through that phase where you're still kind of jealous, you're mad because they moved on, you're making it difficult, snap out of it, baby girl. You deserve a break.
You deserve
Have that break. As long as you know that your kids are clothed, they have their food, they have a place to sleep, they have a bed, a warm blanket. It doesn't matter who's around your kids as long as your kid is safe.
Listen, while you can appreciate the fact that she was able to come to the conclusion of understanding that it wasn't okay.
And also, let's be honest, it's not fair to the kids to be that far away from their father.
For her to keep her
selfish.
child away from his father, and that she should have been more willing to allow the child to see the father. Her reasoning and her logic to coming to that conclusion is something very wrong with that. And it's coming from a very selfish place, because literally what she's saying is the reason why she feels like she should have been letting the child see the father was so that way she could have more time to herself. And while sure, that can be a reason why, shouldn't the main reason be that she understands that
the child needs his father.
Parents.
Yep.
Despite the fact that it didn't work out between the both of you.
Yep.
Both of you are still needed in that child's life equally. And being particularly vindictive and spiteful towards the father of your child, making him jump through hoops just to see his own kid, how has that ever in any situation benefited the child? And really, hearing this is just pretty sad, because the person who she's supposed to be concerned about the most, pretty much she's putting on the back burner, and that's the child.
One thing I've realized living on my own, when men find out that you live on your own, the dates stop and they just want to come over.
I mean, that's a scumbag.
But what I'm trying to say is that's girlfriend treatment.
Yeah.
And they're doing that, and I'm not even their girlfriend.
That's not how they feel about it. No, that's not. I don't agree with that. They're not thinking about. I don't agree with that.
Wait, okay, so how do they feel? No, be real. No.
Yo.
How do they know? No, can I just say
they
that?
They feel hard?
No, the people want to hear it. I'm going to count to 3, and I want y'all both to say it at the same time.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Man, horny, bro.
Yeah. What did you say, Kevin?
I literally said it. They don't feel like girlfriend treatment or whatever. They're just horny. That's all, bro.
You know, you cheated.
Don't want to have sex in the car. Yo,
I'm
you
done.
got a crib?
Yo.
You got a roof over your head?
So wait, are you expecting when you at her house for her to cook for you?
No.
No.
I'm here for the
yeah, what do you mean?
Oh God, yo, I'm done.
Keep that.
Did she really think that the guy would want to? No, they just want one thing on their mind at that point, sweetie. That there is only one thing. Maybe the food after, okay? Maybe after, but I'm just a man.
Listen, context is everything. And if a guy is coming over a woman's house after midnight, it's not for meaningful conversation. He's not gonna
sit at 12 and talk to you about something on the couch. Only if he knows that it leads to something else. If not, he's gonna go eat or sleep. Let's be honest.
Destroy her cheeks. And he don't need
stop saying that. We said stop saying it.
Feel satisfied. Even though
I really need to contact him and tell him to stop saying.
Yes. How old are you?
24.
Oh, not
Has
this
dating
one.
gotten easier for you?
No, it's gotten harder.
Why is it harder?
Honestly, men ain't shit.
How is she 24 and she looks so much older than me? I don't know, maybe it's the makeup, but I feel like she looks way older than me. And I'm like, I can be her mom.
What makes you feel that way?
It's probably my taste in men. I'll take accountability for that, but men just ain't shit.
Sounds like it's a you thing, though.
It is, no, 1,000% it's a me thing. I'm trying to grow out of it, but like men ain't shit.
Okay, why do you feel that way though?
I feel like honestly there's a disconnect in between like female emotional intelligence and then male emotional intelligence.
So she's trying to say that men are dumb compared to women. Emotionally, they are not at the same level, maybe at that age or something like that.
That makes sense.
Like, give me an example.
Okay, so I feel like females, we feel things very deeply and we find a deeper meaning into everything. Meanwhile, men, like, they just want some men.
Okay, that's there is truth in that. There's so many situations where I emotionally open up to a guy and then it turns out that all he cares about is that thing. Even though he would be pretending through the conversation or whatever that he does care about me, but eventually after like 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks of talking, you kind of realize that he doesn't care. Like, he wants one thing. But then you do the smart thing of just moving on and finding someone else. Because you know what they want and it's not what you want, and that's it.
And am I wrong?
I mean, but how would you feel if I was like, oh, you know, all woman ain't shit?
I wouldn't like that. I'd beat your ass. No, I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, you can see, like, you should not say all men. It's just situations. It's all just who you choose to talk to and who you choose to give your time to.
And at this point, if you're taking anything she says seriously, please stop. Because the fact that she started off the conversation by saying, yeah, she takes accountability and she realizes she makes bad choices in men, only to follow it up by saying it's still men who are at fault, tells you everything you need to know. And the reality is, even though she knows she's doing something wrong, the chances that she's actually going to change and stop are pretty much slim to none. But we all know that the wall is waiting for her, as she is on a collision course headed straight for it, because this is nothing but a repeat episode that we've seen far too often.
Yeah,
I'm quoting this young lady because I have a thought about this, okay? So here's what this lady said. A guy ordering dessert on a date is a red flag for me. That's a female thing to do for real. She then said, it's a red flag for me. For me. And I'm thinking that she's saying the for me part is because people might have been coming for her about having that preference or maybe judging her or telling.
What is wrong with men liking to eat something sweet? Excuse me? What is wrong with this woman?
It's ridiculous or whatever. I'm just assuming that part. Okay.
Men love to eat
if a guy's on a date with a woman, the woman should be the only one ordering an appetizer and dessert. Men eat meals. Like, seriously? You can't just taste some of what I ordered? Now, listen. Here's my thought. I don't ever come for people about whatever their preference is. You can have whatever preference you want. Nobody should come to nobody and tell nobody how they should feel about nothing.
Yeah, but once you decide to put your personal business out there on the internet for everybody to see, then you just got to be ready for whatever.
What is wrong with some women? They're loco. They're crazy.
Now that is no longer a private
situation. You are crazy.
You decided to make it public. And let's get one thing straight. We're no longer in this infancy stage of the internet and social media. If someone decides to share their personal thoughts and opinions on a subject, then you automatically just have to assume that there's going to be some people who agree and there's going to be some people who disagree.
Disagree,
and those
exactly.
people are going to voice how they
the way
feel.
she peeks
so
behind
if someone
them.
does not want to defend their stance or feel like they're being criticized on something that
can't listen to him because of the woman face in the background. I can't. He's like trying to say something serious and then you just hear her.
that they feel like is right. You probably shouldn't post it on the internet for the world to see. But that's never really going to stop. When you have some people who are so thirsty for attention, they're willing to put whatever out there on social media just to get a little bit more attention.
Can't.
This is what you end up.
What did he say?
If I'm lying, I'm dying.
So what brings you into therapy today?
Doesn't matter.
Honestly, man, it's been a really good week. I don't have anything bad to talk about.
That's awesome.
Yeah, if it turns out having a job and getting up every day and having a purpose is kind of a good thing for you.
It is.
Yeah, and like actually trying, right?
It is. It's actually people say that there's one cure for depression is hard work, obligations, and in a way that is true because we people nowadays have a lot of free time, and when you are depressed and you have a lot of free time, that's the worst. Like if you have a lot of boredom in your life and you're a person who can get depressed easily and you have mental issues and stuff like that, then it can be really hard for you. And I think the easiest way to conquer that, or try to at least to become as busy as possible going there, trying to be productive, trying to find what works for you, finding a lot of hobbies that entertain you, and just being busy, 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 and also exercising and working out and doing some job that is physical can be really good for you. I also like heard that some people who do physical work, they have less depression than people who work in an office. So people who are doing stuff with their body and they're working, which makes sense because when you work out, you release a lot of dopamine, you release a lot of hormones that are happiness related hormones. So if your job is on a daily basis to release these hormones, then you're going to feel a certain way.
So, productivity breeds more productivity, bro.
That's what people get wrong, bro. They think the motivation comes first. It comes after
Motivation
you
is
start.
not even
Straight up,
important.
dude.
So
yeah.
what's your story, man? What did you start doing that you were doing differently?
Well, I got this big trip coming up where I'm going to travel across to India, and I had to get money for it. I have no money, right? I'm trying to do YouTube, but it's not really working out so far. I'm not monetized, so I started a job installing solar. I'm up on roofs in 110-degree weather every day installing solar panels, bro.
There you go. I just told you. He's doing a physical work outside in the sun.
And I thought that it was going to take everything out of me and I wasn't going to have any energy for anything else. And ever since I started this job, I've had more motivation in my life than I've had ever before, dude. I get out of work, I go film, I go stream, I go edit. It's amazing, bro. If you're not doing something, do something, bro.
I don't think I need to add anything to that. I love it.
Some people have made
That's
it their
awesome.
life's work to be full-time procrastinators. And
Yeah.
for those
Okay,
who are just
I
sitting
am a huge procrastinator. I'm a huge procrastinator, but procrastination for me comes in phases. I have reasons for procrastination. For example, I have so many things to do and I don't know where to start. I start procrastinating. Or I am too tired. I have had so much work before, then I need a day off or 2 days off. I procrastinate. I'm not really motivated into doing some of these tasks that I need to do. I procrastinate. Like there are so many reasons for procrastination. Maybe mentally I'm not there that day. I procrastinate. So yeah. But I would not say like when I sit down and do something, I really go all out. Like if I know today I have to work and I don't procrastinate that day, then I do a work that somebody would do in like 3 days. I would do it in 1 day. I go all out. And then I like have to recharge my batteries the next days. So yeah.
hoping to find the right motivation.
I think I
to do
have a
something.
balance.
They're wasting time that they can never get back. Getting started and doing something with your time always outweighs sitting
You
around.
cure
and
my
doing
depression?
nothing with your
Aw.
time.
I got 3 words for you. You like that?
I don't know if your girlfriend's wifey material part 1. Bro, she can cook. Like, I'm not talking about, like,
That's
meals
sweet.
you throw in the microwave.
I would cook for my man too if I don't have to work.
15. I ain't talking about that, bro.
Literally, if I don't need to have a job, I would no problem. I will cook, clean, like no problem whatsoever. I can do that, easy. I would enjoy it too. It's not an excuse. I don't have time. I need to like either prep meals or not eat that day because I don't have time from work. It's sad.
I'm talking about from scratch. She cooking shit from scratch just for you every night.
Good
Jealousy, bro.
Good consciousness and good cookies.
Anyway, guys, as always, questions, comments, and feedback, go ahead and drop them down below. Always appreciate you guys chiming in. Don't forget, if you've been enjoying the content, hit the like and subscribe button for more. And as always, until next time.
Until next time. That was fun. I don't call myself a modern woman. I like to have the freedom of choice. I like to have the freedom of going out and working and developing a career and having my own money. But also I do love the idea of raising kids, having a clean house, cooking, making some hobbies here and there that can be lucrative in the future. I don't know, like I'm everything. I'm in between. I feel like I'm in between. I cannot make up my mind. I don't think I have to make up my mind, actually. I can be whatever I want to be and whoever I want to be.